Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Connie with The Painted Photographer, and I have a thrift haul for you today. This is all of the things that I've thrifted throughout all of my times going to the thrift store, and I need to list them. I need to get them on my website. I get a good deal. I want you to get a good deal as well. And I really enjoy thrifting, but I can't keep it all. Does anybody else have that problem? It's crazy. Anyway, I thrifted these items. I'm going to list them on my website. So if you would like to check any of these out, head on over to thepaintedphotographer.com and go to my thrifted items. You'll see what's for sale. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Follow along as we go through this haul. It's quite a bit. So I'm going to start out with these saucers. They intrigued me. I don't know why. There was an aqua one that really intrigued me, but I kept that one. There is small little dots on them, like glazing dots. And I know I see that on Fiesta Wear. This looks like Fiesta Wear. Fiesta Wear has my heart. But it doesn't, it's not marked Fiesta Wear. So I'm not sure what it is, but they are beautiful. We have a dark green, an salmon-y color, and a gray. Along with them was two saucers. Here is a light blue one and a green one. And again, they have those little dots on them, but they have no marking. They have no Fiesta Wear marking. I Google lensed them, and they were some kind of, like not Fiesta Wear, but they did have some name to them. And hopefully I'll Google lens it before I list them on my website. And so then you can check them out there. Next up, I had this bowl forever. It is a favorite of mine. I don't even put it away after Christmas is done or winter is done. I use it all the time. It's a Hallmark. And when I came across this plate, this is a Hallmark platter. I looked this up because it's got the same pattern on it. And I knew that it matched this bowl. It's a chip and dip set. So I'm willing to give this up to someone if they want it. And if you don't, I might keep it myself. This is a really, really good chip and dip set. And if you entertain or do holidays, this is just what you need. Maybe I talked myself into keeping it. Check the website, see what I did. I have a little silver tray. It does say something on it. Plate. I don't know. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Silver plated, made in Hong Kong. And is this tiny little tray that I think is just the cutest. I have my diamond earrings that I don't like to lose. So this would be a perfect little tray to stick in your bathroom so you can stick them in there and put them in the next day or on your dresser. It'd be perfect. Next up, we have this cute little wicker basket. Someone put this cardboard, they made it out of cardboard, put this cardboard sign on it that says Happy Easter, and it's got a couple cute little bunnies. I do like that, just not on this basket. And then they also decoupaged these roses on here. They did a really, really good job. They are decoupaged on good, and you don't even know that they're decoupaged. It looks like they're almost hand painted. And they did sign it on the bottom. But anytime I see a fun little basket like this, I want to put a plant in it. So this one, the pot is just a tiny bit too big, so I'll have to find a different one, but isn't that cute? Just stick a pot in it. I like it. I like pottery. This is a, need my glasses again. This is a Powell Pottery Works. Somewhere in Wisconsin, 1998. So someone made this. Isn't it pretty? And these are embossed, so you can actually feel that. And then it's got a dark rim on it, and it's really smooth on the inside. It is beautiful. I love it. And they also signed the bottom. So there's the stamping on the bottom. If you like pottery, this one's good. 1998. All right. This little sugar dish, it's kind of grody on the inside. I didn't clean anything up yet. It's yucky. But it's got a little cover. It's got a light blue stripe to hang onto the cover. And it also has little hobnails going around the whole thing. And this is Crowning Fashion, and it is from Japan. There's the little stamp on the bottom. I really liked this. I thought it was cute. This plate also has the little knobby things on it. I suppose they all do because they have to be lifted up off the bottom to get glazed properly. This one is really, really pretty color, pretty aqua color. I do like plates that go underneath my plants when I bring them in the house so that they don't ruin my furniture. This one I was thinking would be a really good plate for putting underneath the plant. It's gorgeous. It's got the glazing wherever the embossed design is, it's not glazed there. It's beautiful. A tin cover and a cardboard box. That is really sweet. It's just a tiny little tin box, tin cover, cardboard box, and it has stars and stripes on it. It's very patriotic, very, what do you want to say? I don't remember what this word is. What kind of decor is this? I don't remember, besides Americana. I can't remember. But it's cute. This little girl caught my eye. She's sitting on top of a stump, a wishing well, something, and it is a bell. And she has her original tag on her. And I looked her up. She's a collector. But I just really liked her. I think she is really sweet. She's got a sweet little face, sweet pose. Everything about it is cute. You can take this tag off if you want, which, if it were in my house, I'd take the tag off. Shove it up inside there so you don't lose it. Look at this. Now, I really liked this when I found it. It is Royal. I can't read that word because it's kind of coming off. But it's got beautiful floral on it, and then it's got the crazing all over in the glaze. And this would work perfect for putting some flowers in, or just putting it on in your vignette with maybe a plant in it. A little succulent. I don't know. I think it's sweet. A gold bird. Now, I like birds. This one is just, he looks heavy. He's very, very light. He just had a look to him that I just really liked. I think he would go perfect in on a tiered tray or something like that. He's very shiny. He can be polished up. I didn't wash him or anything, so he's got a few fingerprints on him, but he is shiny and pretty and an awesome shape. I do like him. Salt and pepper shakers. These are glasses. Can't see with them, can't see without them. Lefton China, hand painted 2413. They have patinaed the top with the salt and pepper, so they are not usable. But look at that cap. Isn't that gorgeous? Oops, it's focusing on this one. Look at that cap. So fun with the gold design all the way around them, a little gold design on the bottom. They are stamped. They're a fun set. Another salt and pepper shaker. These are clear. They must match, but one tarnished into a goldy color and this one is a silvery color. So I will sell them as a set, but if you are interested in them, please note that the two caps are different colors. One's got a silver tone to it and one's got a gold tone to it. These are made in Japan and they are so stinking cute. Another salt shaker. This one is metal and it's embossed with floral on the sides. It's very grody. I've not cleaned this up. I've not opened it up. It does open. Nothing in it. But it's gotta be old. It's gotta be really old. So that is a fun little piece. Another salt or pepper shaker. This is a little bunny. She's a sweet little bunny. Doesn't have her mate. Does have a plug in the bottom, but she was cute. A copper planter, and it's heavy, heavy, heavy copper. It would be really pretty with a plant in it. If it has a hole this time of year, I put a plant in it. This one's getting ready for fall. This is made in England and it has some yellowish tone to it. It's got some pretty floral on there, pretty leaves, and it has a chip here, but it's glazed over. So the chip was there before they glazed it. Okay, copper or brass, they're brass keys. I am gonna sell these individually. They're four different sizes. There are 4 different sizes of skeleton keys. This would make fantastic home decor, sitting just one key, sitting with the rest of your home decor laying there, tied onto a dresser or a knob or a curio cabinet. They are really, really fun. Okay, this one I was so excited about. I absolutely loved it. And then after I got it home, I became really disappointed that I didn't see it. But this is a honeycomb pitcher with a little embossed bee on it. I thought it was just sweet, just like it is. But when I got it home, this handle was broken off and they didn't do a very good job gluing it back together. But you don't really notice it. I will take pictures of that and so that you can see it close up. It's broke up here too, but you don't really see it when you're looking at it. And I still do think it's cute. Put some flowers in there, you're never gonna notice. It'll be marked right. The price will be really good, so it'll be worth it. I had a big one of these and I sold it on my website. This is a smaller one. This is Hallmark and it's Nature's Masterpiece. And it's a small little vase. This one would be perfect for floral, to put some flowers in, put them on your table for the summer. It's got a little garden shovel, a little tiny bee and some flowers. And it is signed by the lady who designed this. And then it has words along the top of it. This big old crock, and it has this handle on it. It's plain. I think I'm gonna put a transfer on here. I'll do that at the end of the video. I only have a few items that I have to do something with, so I'll show you at the end of the video how I make this look a little bit better. It is pretty all by itself, but I think it would be really pretty if it was just jazzed up a little bit. Another salt and pepper shaker. This one is, I have two. I have two that are glass. Look at how tiny these are. And they're metal tops. They're really old. They got embossed sides, texture on them. They have no markings on the bottom. They're just really cute. These will be a set and these will be a set. Salt and pepper shaker palooza. Here's a tin. This one, I did have one that had autumn on it, and now I found another one, and it's Good Housekeeping. I found another one that says spring, and it has a cute little girl when she's potting up her tulips. These glasses were in the thrift store, and I passed them up, and I had to go back for them. Because when I went back, I didn't go back for them, but the next time I went back, they were still there. And they really intrigued me. There are 4 of them. They have the gold top, the gold rim on them. They're sturdy glass. And I looked them up, and I can't remember who the designer is, but they are a collector. So you can head on over to my website, and there are 4 of these. I'll list them in sets of 2 so that 2 people have an opportunity to get them. Set of 2. Wouldn't this be sweet to be drinking your glass of wine in there in the wintertime? They're just adorable. Next up, I have just a cream colored pitcher, a creamer actually, and it has some embossed leaves on both sides of it. Very, very pretty. This would be really good in some home decor with some flowers in it, or just used in your home decor. Maybe some greenery coming out of it. These candlesticks, I walked by them. They have a hole in the top and they do not in the bottom. So I walked by them and they caught my eye and I didn't pick them up. I walked by them a second time, I didn't pick them up. And the third time, I couldn't pass them up. They are stunning. If you want a candlestick in your house that is stunning, this is it. And again, there's a hole in here, so if you want to put a pillar candle in there, otherwise a regular candle will fit right on top. What I like to do, if I have a plant that's long and trailing, I like to put a plant up on top of my candlestick. So if you have a plant that has, it's long and trailing, stick it up on top of a candlestick. It's beautiful. Okay, got this Sexton cushion mints tin. It is old. It is a 5-pound tin. I'm gonna part with it. I do like it, but I'm gonna part with it. I do not have red in my house. I do not, like I could put it above in my kitchen. I just don't have any red in my house. So it could go up on above your kitchen cabinet because it is quite large. Like it is the size of my hand, tall as my hand and as wide as my hand. So you could put it above your kitchen cabinets. That's where I think it would be really, really sweet. And it's old and it'll go really good in your vignette if you have antiques. And if you do have a thrift store or a antique store that you have a booth, let's try this again. If you own a booth with vintage items and you purchase from me and put them in your booth, I don't care. Go ahead. Do it. I get what I want out of it. I get a good deal. Maybe you're going to get a good deal and the next person's going to get a good deal. That's how it works. So this tin is, I don't know. I really do like it. I have a picture, J&G McCain England. So another cute little picture that would be good with some floral in it or some greenery. It has a design all the way around it. It's got gold trim around the top, around the base, on the handle. Copper. There are a lot of copper lovers out there, and look at this. It's got a hook on it so you can hang it up, and it's 2 turtle doves. I don't know if that's what it is. That's what I'm saying it is. It's 2 turtle doves in a pear tree. And I don't know if it's a pear tree. It's a tree, but it's really cute. If you have copper in your home and you have a gallery wall, this would be so cute hanging on a gallery wall. Speaking of copper, I have a copper fish. This one is also got the hanger on it. He hangs like this. He's copper fish. I like him. He's fun. If you have a cabin or you have any other copper in your house, it's gonna go really well, trust me. If you have a cabin or a cottage and you like to fish, he'd be sweet there. A rolling pin. I don't normally pick up rolling pins. I don't have a whole lot of luck selling rolling pins. But this one has some really old red handles. It's kind of grody. I'm gonna have to clean this up and re-seal it with some coconut oil is what I seal it with. And shine that back up again. So I'll sand it all down, get all that gunk off of there, and then put some coconut oil on there to just season it all back up again so you can use it. I found the mother lode of wooden spoons. So these wooden spoons are all old ones, and I thought about painting the handles. I'll do that at the end. These would be really pretty in one of your pictures, like that, sitting in the kitchen. Useful as well. And then I also found these small little ones, and they do not have a name on them. The one had a number. I can't find the number. MSG, it says. But I also thought that these are really cute, and they'd be cute with the painted handles. And also would be cute sitting in the little creamer, sitting on the counter. And then when you stir something quick, just go ahead and use it, wash it up, and you'll have a place to put it right back. Here's a little sign I picked up. It says, choose happiness. It's not a vinyl. It is painted on here, but I'm gonna sand that down and I'm gonna put a piece of my rice paper on there. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you how I use my rice paper. This is a perfect little size, and it's got the gallery frame on it, so it's easy to hang. We're gonna make this up. Watch at the end. Here's a fun basket. These handles do go down or they go up to hold them like this. It does have the little strips on the bottom. It is not a Longenberger basket. It does have that look to it though, and it's very sturdy. It's a very sturdy basket. It's nice for holding things. It would look really good in a vignette, or it's actually functioning where you could set this on your steps, and if the kids have toys or whatever that they bring down and they need to take it back up, they can go ahead and throw the toys in here, and it'll look cute sitting on the steps waiting for them to go back up again. Or you, it depends on who cleans the toys up. One last item. These I found, I have to give you a solid background. These I found during one of my thrifting adventures, and I could not pass them up. And I Googled them after I got home, and they are, I believe, Lefton glassware. But they have the painted cardinal with the holly berries. And there are 4 of them as well. They were spread throughout the thrift store, so I had to keep finding them. Every time I found one, I'm like, oh, another one, another one. I was so excited. I will sell them in sets of 2, so 2 people have the opportunity to grab these fun glasses. And again, Christmas time, drinking your wine, they'd be really sweet. That's it for my thrift haul. There's a lot of stuff. That was multiple thrifting adventures. That's a lot of stuff. But I have a couple items that I'm going to make over for you, so I'll see you at the end. For our first makeover project, we're going to do this little sign that said choose happiness. I sanded the entire image off the front of it because you don't want that to be coming through when you paint over it. So make sure you sand it all off and it's nice and smooth. I took the DIY paint in White Swan and it went over the entire top edge, making sure that when I would go to the edges, I'm just flicking the paint off the side of the edge. I'm not going alongside the edge. This gives you a cleaner, nicer look of your painted edge, even though you can wipe it off with a baby wipe. It's just easier if you save yourself a little bit of time and just go and make sure that you don't get anything over the edges. So I painted the entire thing with White Swan. I just did one coat. I just wanted a little bit of a brighter background for when I was going to put a piece of decoupage paper onto this little block. After the board has completely dried, then we're going to go back in and we're going to put a piece of my painted photographer rice paper on it. This is the fall image from last year. This is Forest Floor and Stack Your Fall. And I sell them with 2 images per sheet or 1 image per sheet. They're in multiple sizes, which is very convenient for projects like this. So this fall Stack Your Fall was one of my favorites. I really love this image. I still to this day, I don't want to retire this one because I really do like this painting that I did of the 3 pumpkins with the sunflowers on them. Using liquid patina, we go ahead and put a real good heavy coat of liquid patina on the entire back of this um, board where we're going to put the decoupage paper. And because this is rice paper, it's a little bit thicker than decoupage paper. So you want to make sure that you have a nice good coat of liquid patina on there and it is all wet and didn't dry in any places. So we go ahead and we fit that paper on there. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that it's really stuck on there because I don't want my corners peeling up or anything like that when it sits for a little bit. So I adhere it on there with my hands and then I take my brayer, my IOD brayer, and I go right over the top with that brayer, which gives it a nice good adhesion to whatever you're putting it on. So if you have a brayer and you have rice paper that you're going to use that brayer. It really, really helps. Now this board had some edges on it, some separations. So I took my razor knife and cut where those separations are so that the boards could be separated like they are and the paper is separated as well. And then I just went ahead and I used my fingernail and made sure that those creases were pretty evident. After it was completely dry, I come back in with a piece of 120 grit sandpaper and I'm sanding in a downward motion. You want to make sure that you sand downward on your painting, your decoupage paper, because it'll give you a nice clean break versus ripping or tearing it. So your edge is going to come out very clean if you do this method of sanding, which in the past I hadn't always done this method. I thought it was faster to do the back and forth, but I can see now that you get a much clearer image when you do it this way. Here, everything is all completely sanded. I'm going to take another coat of liquid patina and go right over top of the paper, giving it a nice good seal to make sure that everything is sealed right into that board and nothing is going to come loose. Now it's time for the dark wax. This is DIY's dark wax, and you can see how this edge is like really, really sharp. There's no paint on there at all. I didn't even have to go over it with a sander or a baby wipe or anything. It just made a really nice edge when I used that paint method I told you about earlier. We're going to go over with the dark wax, and it's okay if you get it on the front side because remember we put our liquid patina up there. So it does have a barrier up there, which is what you want to make sure that if you're using any type of dark wax, that your paper has a barrier on it so that it doesn't soak right into those fibers. So we're giving this a nice quick coat of the dark wax to seal this all in. When I wiped that back, I didn't wipe it back on the front side yet because I wanted to have a little bit of a shadow look on this front side. So I went and added a little bit extra DIY wax, dark wax to the front of this, and especially to those edges where I wanted the shadows of the board to make it look like it had been there for a long time. So you can see with that liquid patina that the dark wax, it comes off, but it does leave a little bit of a dark tarnished look to it. Next up, we just have these wooden spoons where we're going to paint those handles in different colors of DIY paint and just give them a little upcycle and give them a little refresh so they look kind of cute in your display area. So I wanted all the wooden spoons to be about the same amount of paint on each of them. So I went ahead and added the painter's tape to the edges of the spoon, and then I did the longer ones as well. I used Farm Fresh and I used Old 57. I used, oh, this is Old 57, and I used a couple of different colors and a number of times. So this is Cake Batter and Queen Bee. I wanted that just all to look really cohesive. And after I was done painting them and they dried, I came back with a baby wipe and wiped back so they look like they had been used for a while and the paint had just kind of worn right off on the edges. So I keep rubbing it with a baby wipe to get the look that I want. I gave them a quick coat of Big Top so that they would be nice and sturdy for when you're using them because they can be used. That end is still good. And then I took the tape off. It was a fun project. This is a nice easy upcycle for anyone if they want to transform just a crock. This is not an old crock. This is a newer crock. It's just plain white, kind of offish white. It does have the lid with the nice wire handle, so it is a good one. This is Traditional Pots Transfer from IOD. I have a bunch of them in here that I haven't used yet. When I have my transfers that I do have all cut up, I take Packer's tape and I do two sides to make like an envelope so they don't fall out of there. And it just seems to work really well. in case you are struggling with storing your transfer scraps that you have. I just taped the two sides and put them in there. Here I'm going to use this Fox label and adhere it right to the side of that crock. And that when you're using an IOD transfer, when you're using it on glass or a shiny surface like this, they come off so easy. It is such an easy, fun project to do and gives you such a different look. So you just keep on rubbing. If you're new to transfers, you just keep on rubbing, and then you can peel up that transfer backing. You can see it's kind of releasing there and changing to a different color. And you just pick that transfer sheet up, and the image comes off on the crock. I did not seal this image in because I didn't want the look to be any different than the rest of the crock. So this will stay on there. This crock is not going to get washed, so it's going to adhere really well. I burnished it a little bit to seal it all in, and that's the finished project. This next one is really simple too. This rolling pin, it was all gunky. It had yucky, just old kitchen grease on it. So I sanded it all down. It had a couple dark spots, but that was all the way into the wood. I sanded it all the way down to the bare wood, and then I wanted someone to be able to use it. So I used coconut oil, and when you put the coconut oil onto your hands, it's going to just naturally melt with the heat of your hand, and I put it onto this rolling pin. I tried to do it with that IOD transfer stick, but you just needed to get in there with your hands. And look at this beautiful wood coming out. And it is almost the same color as it was previous to this, but now it's clean. It's not all gunked up with kitchen grease, and you could really tell that it was gunked up with kitchen grease because of the way it felt. Now it is just a very, very pretty natural wood surface, and this coconut oil is going to soak in there and make that wood all a good condition. And I even put it on the handles, on the red handles, because it's just really good conditioner for wood and sealing that wood in. This rolling pin it's vintage, but it looks really, really good. I did take the coconut oil and wipe it off, and then I let it sit for a few days, and then I gave it another wipe to make sure all the coconut oil was off so it wasn't greasy. But this was a really easy, fun project too with a rolling pin. A lot of people fix them up with stamps and transfers. This one I just really liked the wood that was in there, so I just went ahead and remade it to the original wood surface. That's it for my video. Thanks for watching. I do have some bad news. I broke one. It was bent, and I wanted it fixed. So I asked my husband if he could bend it back, and it broke when it bent back. What do you do with a key that's only got one prong? Anybody? Tell me what to do with this. Drop a note in the comments. Tell me what I could do with a broken brass key. It's the biggest one, too. The other ones are listed on the website, along with all the other products that you've seen here today. They're listed on my website at thepaintedphotographer.com. Head on over there, take a look, see what you can find. I'll ship it right to your front door. And as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button, and you can see all of my videos that are coming up. And also, if you hit the like button, that's fantastic as well. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the likes, the comments, everything. It really makes me feel good inside. Tell me what your favorite project was, if you have one. And I hope to hear from you soon. And until next time, happy painting.